Okay, so let's get this sail rigged up. My arm's a little bit sore right now, so Gabriel's going to do all the hard work.
So before you rig, make sure your mast is completely joined together.
TR2017. Make sure the mast is all the way in the top. Mast goes on top of the cambers, on top of the battens.
Get your extension and make sure they are in the correct setting according to the sail.
So remember when the downhole says 14, you usually want to go at least 15 or 16 on the extension. So this number here represents, in this diagram, from the bottom of the mast to the bottom of the pulley is 14 cm. So DH right here, downhole.
Normally on all my sails, I always set my extension 2 cm more than recommended on the sail. So I have a little bit more gap to play with the downhole. And it doesn't go all the way down. So actually I can get pretty accurate with these numbers here. They're printed on the sail.
Mast together. Yep.
You can put the cambers, there's two ways, or you can set them before putting the boom or before getting the boom attached to the sail. I prefer doing this way. For me it's quicker. I just put my hand inside the sleeve and actually I use my knee. It's really, I discovered this technique by myself and it's really easy. Like just push the sail down, the sleeve down, and I do it with my knee like that. So easy. And then these ones are
Tricks from the pros.
These ones they're really easy, just do it like that. And this one I use my knee too. Just do it like that. Very easy.
So when you put your hand inside, you're pushing on the batten and pushing that down?
Yeah, I push the sleeve inside the sail, I push it down and I do it with my knee like that. Very easy. Normally before putting the cameras, I downhaul the sail until the mast is like on this line here. So it's not too much or not less. So it's around here before putting the cambers on.
Okay, you can put batten tension on whenever you want. I mean, I'm just doing this right now because I can see wrinkles down in the front of the sail there, so I'm going to clean all that up. And generally, you're not going to over tension the battens. You want to put some good amount of tension on there. Really clean that batten pocket up, make sure there's no wrinkles. Also, if you don't tension the battens, sometimes the stainless steel screw will work itself loose and you might lose it.
Boom settings, on all my sails I've been using exactly where it's printed on the sail, so you can really trust the numbers there. So this one, the 77 is 210. For the 77, normally I like to use the slalom, the wider one, the big boom. It gives me a little bit better low end. But if it's really strong and you really think you need like something to release the power a little bit, you can play with the other boom. It's easier to sail for sure, and it gives you a lighter feeling of the sail. But I've been using this bigger boom and I like it more because I have more range.
You ever find the bigger boom is a little heavier, Gabriel? Do you notice that on the sail?
It feels a little bit heavier, like the proper weight of the boom. But when I'm sailing, when I hit the low sometimes, when I have the bigger boom, I can have a little bit more range. It gives me a little bit more power.
From the stiffness of the boom, you
Yeah. And also I think for the how wide is a little bit wider than the other one.
Yeah, I think it's good to use the 190 on the 7 and up, just because it's super stiff, a little bit wider in the back. It's also just a super durable boom. We're going to start talking about some of the changes that we made here for the race sail, the TR for 2017. You'll notice right away here we got 2 clue positions. So what we're finding is that generally you're going to run it on the top clue position for the majority of the time. If ever you start to get overpowered, if you've only got a couple of sails in the line and you really need to get some more wind range, you can switch it over to the bottom clue. The bottom clue is going to give you a lot softer leech, and it's not going to give you as much bottom end, but it's probably going to make the sail a little bit easier to hang on to in the top end. And maybe if you're a little bit smaller and you're getting overpowered and you want the sail to release a little bit more, you can move it down to the lower grommet and to the clue here. What that does, it moves the clue further from the head of the sail, and it actually creates a little bit more softer leech. So, but for most sailing and for the most range, you're going to be using the upper clue position.
Another improvement that is noticeable is the camber rotation. Like now it's way better camber rotation. They work really, really good. And also the weight of the sail. If you reduce the weight of the sail, it feels really light now on hands, and it's very easy sailing. Also, you don't have to worry about the jibe anymore because the camber, they're rotating really, really good.
As you can see, we've tried to strip some of the mark cloth out of the sail, try to reduce the weight up here in the sleeve. We've put a different material down here. We've just put a regular Dacron instead of that being that thick, durable material, and we've found that it's still going to be plenty strong enough. We've got a little patch here to help if it scratches on the board.
Also, the sail head is a little bit, it's shorter this way, so it gives you a little bit better like leech release, and you feel lighter. Also, when you hit the gust, the power release straight, and you can go really full speed straight away. You don't have to worry about the sail. I think that's also a good point about the new TR.
Yeah, we've made just the top of the sails a little bit more pinny, and when you're doing that, you're not going to get as much twist. So we actually flattened this part of the sail. We just made a small adjustment in the seam shape here, so we've still got plenty of looseness going on in the upper leech, and you'll actually see that in the videos that we've going to put on the website as well of Gabriel Sailing. So you'll see here is, the downhaul is set with the looseness coming in quite far forward here, and then the looseness is going down to the fourth batten. So again, the main thing is that we want to get better rotation here. The sleeve isn't super tight, but still have enough cam pressure to get plenty of control through the top end. So you notice right away the cam rotation?
Yeah, when I sailed the first time, the first thing I noticed, actually when I rigged the sail, when I lift the sail, the first thing I noticed was the weight. For sure it's a lighter sail, and when you sail, it feels a lighter sail. It feels on hand like sailing, it's so easy handling. And as soon as I jibe, the cam, they flip so easy, like you don't have to worry about it. You just have to flip and accelerate really, really easy.
We put all mark cloth up in here just to give it durability in the top part of the sail, especially when you're rolling it up in here so it doesn't crack the monofilm, crack the film and anything. We've got this is all mark cloth just to keep it, and it keeps the sail really clean up there as well. We still have our lightweight Technor 2mm X-ply on the leech to give it that light feel, just to try to lighten the sail up. And we just have our regular monofilm, which for performance, you really can't beat. The regular monofilm is 7mm and then 5mm. You really can't beat that in the sail. Ideally, we could have the whole sail like that, but it wouldn't be quite as durable up in the leech. So again, we've reduced some of the mark cloth out of the sleeve area, and then carried the lighter sleeve material down the bottom. So
MauiSails is definitely a clean look sail and a very easy rigging. It's like a plug and play. You just put your mast, set the things there and print it on the sail, The sail, as you can see, it's really clean, and I'm sure you're gonna have a lot of fun in the water with them because they're working really good.
It's just a matter of getting the right tension on the sleeve for the right amount of downhaul, for the right amount of twist. So we're always working on that. The sleeve, just a tiny little bit of looseness in the sleeve here to help the rotation, and then when you get wind in it, that will all clean up. So
yeah.
it's really a fine line between how much downhaul, how much twist, and how clean you want to have the sleeve. So, but you know, we're always working on trying to find the right balance, and for 2017 I think there's a pretty good balance in the race sail.
Also, a small improvement that was done, it was a tack strap. Now after you rig the sail, you can place the track strap straight on the extension. You don't need to use them on the base anymore, and you can set them straight here on the extension. Myself, I don't use a lot of tack strap tension. I just make sure there's enough tension to clean the sail here and make it a little bit tight, but don't use it too much. You don't need that.
No, not on the race sails. On the slalom sails, you just put it around, tension it up a little bit, and you're pretty much good to go just to clean that up. Formula sailing, that's really the only time you really crank that tack strap, but for the slalom sails, pretty much 8.4 and down, 9.3 and down, you're just going to have gentle tension on the and the tack area just to clean that up. And of course it goes around the extension, not the base anymore. So just, you know, trying to simplify the rigging, simplifies, you know, ease of use. Have the twist really well balanced, have the shape balanced from the bottom to the top. Yeah, beautiful looking sail.